Are you guys tired of making millions? I didn't think so. That's why Unprofessional Breakdown is back to diversify your retirement portfolio. This time, using DNA evidence and photosynthesis. With no time left to waste, here we go. First fight of the night. Brady Highstand versus Batgirl Dana. That's a crazy image I just had in my head. I never want to see Dana like that again in my life. I'm going with Brady. Next fight. The Zombie Girl, Priscilla Cachoeira versus Karen Silva. Luckily for Priscilla, not only are zombies hard to kill, this is a UFC fight that's going to be taking place in front of cameras, which is a Karen's #1 weakness. So I'm going with Priscilla. Next fight. Francis Marshall versus William Gomez. I'm going to let you guys in on some inside information about this fight that can make you a whole lot of money. On Friday, both of these athletes are going to weigh in at about 145 pounds. Then on Saturday, they're both going to fight for the Ultimate Fighting Championships, in which a winner will be chosen. Now, your job? To pick who that winner is and watch the magic happen. Next fight. My Nigerian brother, Muhammad Usman versus... Oh, no.
What's wrong?
Man, this man's fighting.
So?
Man, look who he's fighting.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, skip that one.
Man, they're going to flip out if I don't bank on Bisbee.
It's alright. You already know you're the millions.
Next fight. Carol Rosa versus Norma Dumont. Number 9 versus number 13 in the women's featherweight division. Now, I'm rarely ever uninformed, but in a division as stacked as women's 145, you can understand how even an expert analyst like myself could get lost when there's so many different fighters. So due to that lack of information, I would advise against betting on this bout. Next fight. Yaya versus Montel Jackson. Montel is coming off a win over slick southpaw Julio Arce. But at the tender age of 38, Yaya is coming off a win over Kang, also known as Nathaniel Richards, or Immortus, or He Who Remains. I don't care how good Montel Jackson is. If Yaya is able to beat Kang, he could beat anybody. I'm going with Yaya. Next fight. Just before Davy Grant turns into Jack Hermanson, his second evolved form, Rick Glenn, is fighting Christos G. Algos. No matter how good Christos is doing in this fight, we all know at any point Rick Glenn could choose to digivolve into Jack Hermanson, which is just too many offs for Christos G. Algos to overcome. So I'm going with Rick Glenn. Next fight. A welterweight bout between two East Coast boys, Jeremiah Wells versus Matt Semmelsberger, the DMV zone. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to go with Matt Semmelsberger because he's a fellow Marylandese like myself. But that's not true. I'm going with Matt because his nickname is Semi, which is halfway hard. Next fight. Yasmin Lucindo versus Brogan Walker. I'm going to let you guys in on some inside information that next fight. Bobby King Green versus Jared Gordon. Bobby Green is a slick striker known for his defense and very fast hands, but Jared Gordon's nickname is Flash, making this a battle between two speedsters. Now, as effective as the UFC's cameras are against Karens, I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the blazing speed that's going to be coming from Jared Gordon. And once the brass figures this out, they're going to cancel this bout. So don't bet. Next fight. After a successful cut to flyweight, Bruno Silva has gathered enough confidence coming off his W to return to middleweight to fight longtime staple Brad Tavarez. Now, as long as Bruno is able to maintain the speed that he has as a flyweight and the power of a middleweight, I can see him securing a belt in both divisions. So I'm going with Bruno. Next fight. Bantamweight bout between Song Yadong versus Ricky, Simone, two guys that are giving Drew Dober's jawline a run for its money. All three fighters are constantly rotating for second place behind the GOAT, Uriah Faber, who, fun fact, is actually Song Yadong's coach, giving him a whole lot of advantages. Now, as powerful as Ricky's aerodynamic mullet jawline combo is, these are just too many advantages for him to overcome, so I'm going with Song Yadong next fight. Here we are at our main event. Sergey Pavlovich versus Curtis Blaze. As you guys can see, Sergey is a Russian without the no mustache beard combo, and this is because he does not tackle or grapple. Do you know who does tackle and grapple? That's correct, the African American Curtis Blaze, meaning this is a fight that's taking place in Bizarro World. Now, as long as we're calculating the math correct, it doesn't take a geologist to tell you Curtis Blaze will win this fight by knockout, and that's it. UFC Fight Night, Pavlovich versus Blaze, Saturday, April 22nd at the Apex in Las Vegas, USA. Good luck with your picks.